Hello， 我应该先开进去才对，不然这声音还蛮大的。好，今天要来跑主线，然后再顺便玩个活动吧，不知道看要花多久，我觉得会花很久。而且我上一个版本更新的地方我还没有跑，那准备跑到4了，哎。那总而言之，这次的主线我记得是打完幻梦嘛，然后要回去了。我不知道大家有没有抽音乐，或者说我是不会抽啦。要抽的话，我可能会选，好像也不会选复选。复选可以考虑看看，但是说实在的，我比较想要接下来可能会出的。复选的话是有一点想要了，我觉得他的大招蛮帅的。欢迎来纠结，先出发。Hello， 抽，没有，我没有要抽音乐，你不会看到任何抽卡的画面。啊，不过可以讲另外一个事情，就是我在普池抽到布洛尼亚了。哎呀，掐指算一算，差不多要90抽了，就抽出来。先去长乐天，我们要去大战结束之后，我觉得蛋姐其实还蛮奇怪的，说实在，67种绅士故事也太多了吧。
If there's nothing pressing, let's take a walk.
我这个代理超可爱的，太可爱了。我们先换先州队伍，老杨靠你了。也不是我跑主线，好像都会歇主角。走喽。
What is your purpose for entering the seat of divine foresight?
这家伙会讲话了，感觉是错觉。还有他要变哑。
Can you wait a little moment? The Master Diviner will be here soon. She's temporarily taken on the General's responsibilities. Before meeting you, she must make the current situation known and fortify public spirit. This is her first real test as a general. I hope she can get used to things quickly.
担待将军的职责。
I don't think I can ever get used to this. It's a pleasure to see you all here today.
总觉得福玄听起来有点有气无力的感觉。
Collating casualties and losses. Dispatching forces to round up the remnants of the disciples. Submitting battle reports to the 6 charioteers. Now I know what Jing Yuan meant when he said, "The highest throne faces the strongest wins."
我可以替你分忧。 不可以。
Generalship is no trifling matter. It is a duty one must bear. I think she actually really enjoys it.
Master Diviner, have you summoned us here just to sigh and complain?
Of course not. On the contrary, I am eager to thank you all in my official capacity as acting general of the Luofu. Now that things have drawn to a conclusion, it is time to reward you.
Ooh, all those benefits that the general promised. They're finally here! Yippee!
来了吗？来了吗？来了吗？
Yes. The Astral Express has braved great evil for the Luofu. Your devotion is evident. After discussions with the 6 charioteers, you are henceforth sworn allies of the Luofu.
六玉。
On behalf of the Astral Express, I would like to thank you, Master Diviner.
Wow, nothing tangible then? But at least it sounds pretty cool.
至少我们可以躲避被追捕的危险。
Now that things have been expressed, I still have something to discuss with you. Please, this way. 这不是不能给人看的吗？这个之前不给人看的，现在可以看。哦。花眼夫人，钻石，阿凡基恩，非纯物信仰者，亚波里基基。
Seriously? Thanking us like that and then immediately sending us on another mission?
不对，但很
It's not a mission. The Stellaron crisis, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus rebellion, the Arbor's resurrection, not to mention the Antimatter Legion infiltrating the Luofu. All of these incidents need reporting at the highest level for investigation. It's just that, having been in the middle of everything, I'm struggling to keep an accurate perspective. I would appreciate if you could go through it all with me. So, where should we begin?
先说星河猎手。
Stellaron hunters. We know just as little. But in the Matrix of Prescience, I saw a prophecy that Kafka received from Destiny's slave. Elio foresaw all manner of possibilities for the Luofu.
我天哪，有帕姆抱着老杨的腿。
Based on what Kafka knows, and despite everything being under the control of Elio, that prophecy is indeed the most beneficial future for the Luofu. The Stellaron hunters walked right into our trap, and even gifted allies, in the form of yourselves, to the Xianzhou. That might sound self-interested, but I hope the feeling is mutual. Now that the future has come true, the Xianzhou has discovered the Legion's intentions, and with everyone's help, has imposed a crushing defeat on Phantilia. When the Ambrosial Arbor was severed by the Rainbow Arbiter thousands of years ago, the abundance became a taboo. Those within the Alchemy Commission, the original masters of the so-called Way of Immortality, were ruined at a stroke. Presumably, from that moment on, the seeds of discord for the disciples of Sanctus Medicus had already been planted. Some of them were willing to work with the enemy, acquiring a Stellaron from the Antimatter Legion to try and revive the abundance.
They succeeded all right. But why would Fantilia's objective to be to realize their wishes? Those traitors gained nothing. They betrayed the Xianzhou only to become sacrificial offerings in the Lord Ravager's grand scheme. It appears that Fantilia was the mastermind behind it all. The Xianzhou warred with the Antimatter Legion in the past, and ever since we have kept a watchful eye on their movements. Few could have foreseen the insidious tactics employed in the execution of their assaults. The Lord Ravager slithered in unnoticed, clandestinely plotting and machinating, and surreptitiously bestowed a Stellaron upon the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. This heinous act instigated an uprising aimed at luring the Luofu into a perilous trap of self-destruction. The present danger posed by the Legion clearly demands a re-evaluation. We should proceed cautiously. That we may. But as logical as things might seem, there are still many details about which we're uncertain. For example, how was the Stellaron brought onto the Xianzhou? And who sent it onto Scale Gorge Waterscape? How many disciples of Sanctus Medicus still remain at large? All of this is a mystery. Thus far, we've done our best. I'm submitting my report to the Alliance, and I've already got a plan in mind. All of you will feature in the report. But for the sake of Jingyuan, anything related to Xianzhou internal affairs will have names redacted. I hope you can forgive me.
I was about to make the same request, Master Diviner. Since the Arbor's resurrection, I'm sure the Alliance will be poring over every detail of the report. I fear that if the Astral Express gets dragged into matters, leaving will not be an easy task.
Jingyuan has committed quite a few violations this time around, and I'll have to deal with them one by one. Cloud Knight generals are all such a hassle. Before you leave, please make time to recuperate. If there's anywhere you'd like to visit, feel free to take a look. I must attend to some Cloud Knight matters. Farewell for now. Oh, if you pass through Starskiff Haven, I have something that I hope you can give to Yukong. It was all so chaotic. When Fantilia took form, it was as if Tingyun vanished into thin air. The Cloud Knights were only able to find her fan. She took it with her everywhere. It's currently unclear if Tingyun was a puppet manipulated by Fantilia, or if some form of deception was used to cloud her vision. I'm already prepared for the worst. Considering how the Legion operates, I fear the fate of the Skyfaring Commission Ambassador may be a bleak one. As for how matters are handled with regards to Tingyun, I believe it's best left to her Foxian kin. I have informed the Skyfaring Commission of the events which took place, and I think it would be best if you were the one to deliver this item to Yukong.
I understand. Leave it with us.
Thank you, Mr. Yang. Now, let me take a look at my remaining duties for the day. It's quite the list. It's getting late. If you need me, I'll be in the Divination Commission Conclave Hall.
树理善，原本是一对，但消失了一把。
Things have come to a close for now. It's good that you came through unscathed. The Master Diviner asked us to pass on this item of Tingyun's. I'll go to the Palace of Astrum and meet with Yukong. If neither of you has anything urgent, it'd be best if you came too. How am I gonna break this to Madame Yukong? Maybe she's already heard the news.
Oh, well, we had a lot of stumbles along the way. but we still managed to kick butt and save the Law Fu without breaking a sweat. Feels kinda surreal. You don't sound very happy. It may seem like the Stellaron hunters are controlling everything, but we create our own future. No matter how powerful they are, they can't make a future that doesn't exist come true. Since showing up, we've saved a lot of people and averted disaster for the whole Xianzhou. Who cares whether someone or something was directing it? Be happy. Actually, I was wondering if Diviner Fu could do me a favor. The Matrix of Prescience has amazing powers and can iterate and reiterate Kafka's past. So it got me thinking, if I turned the Matrix on me, could it calculate my past?
哦，你可真是个小聪明。
Yup. When
小
you're
天才。
free, let's head over to the Divination Commission together and ask them for a favor.
原来如此。好清楚
The
呗。
Ambrosial Arbor is dormant. Thanks to everyone's hard-fought battles, the Law Fu is safe once more. Before he left, the General told me to handle things at the seat of Divine Foresight. Fortunately, now that victory has been achieved, the plans we prepared will never see the light of day. However, the General did order that if he were unable to return to duty, then the Master Diviner would take over his duties temporarily.
将军他没事吧？
I'm no healer. I'm afraid I couldn't say. I ordered a military doctor to provide the most comprehensive emergency treatment they could. The Alchemy Commission was caught up in the Sanctus Medicus conspiracy. It took a lot of work to find someone trustworthy enough to heal the General.
我突然想起来那个警员好像被捅了一刀。
If we can help, don't hesitate to ask. I don't know much about medicine, but there are lots of ways to seal wounds and prevent injuries from worsening.
他可能会先冻伤。
Don't worry. Long-life species are resilient and strong. The General will pull through. He's faced down situations 100 times more dangerous than this. What do we plan on doing? Thousands of years ago, the Xianzhou Alliance was at its wit's end trying to deal with it. Today, nothing's changed. The Arbor was resurrected. Aside from the Arbiter's Lux arrow, I'm afraid that nothing can materially harm it. We might be able to suppress it with the help of the Vidyadhara, but with internal strife ravaging their ranks, I'm afraid it's a long shot.
If you can locate exactly where the Stellaron is within the Arbor, then the Express might be able to help out.
Thank you for your kind offer, Mr. Yang. But something as important and fundamental as the Ambrosial Arbor will require a meeting and deliberation from the 6 charioteers. Better to wait until the Master Diviner has 30 years under her belt. Subduing the enemy is one of the most minor parts of a general's work. They have to meet with the Law Fu's 6 charioteers and undergo 10 Lords' Commission inspections, all while dealing with the Xianzhou Alliance's top brass. None of it is easy to navigate, but it's a daily responsibility. The crown of a general sits heavy on the head indeed. Ah, I almost forgot. I need to gather data for the Master Diviner's draft report. Bye for now.
Returning to the Luofu and Scale Gorge waterscape. It's a surreal feeling. I left so determined. Who would have thought that circumstances would draw me back once more?
好像也没什么机
There
关。
are only a handful of individuals who know my identity now. I do not wish to guess what could occur if word gets out. But at least for now, I'm safe. I want to meet the current High Elder of the Vidyadhara.
驰名龙尊。
It seems I won't be able to cast off Danfeng's negative karma. So, I'd like to learn more about his past. I want to find out what I can do to make up for his sins. If you're planning on an extended stay on the Luofu, I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. I'm sorry.
没事，我们会跟着你。
How am I going to break this to Madame Yuko?
意外资料蛮多的，晚点再来看。先去讲个补报嘛。
It's getting late. Where to now?
I've never taken part in a soul-soothing ceremony before. They use a star skiff to send condolences?
东西，空气。
So they also hold funerals. Huh.
天舟市的葬礼，他们也会办葬礼。常见骑士。他们的葬礼。
You need to keep on living.
I've never attended a memorial, and I don't know what I should do here.
看他生前喜欢什么，准备好之后，将送别礼物放在他的心差上。血液。
I see. Please extend my regards to the 10 lords.
I will. Our condolences, Hellmaster. You have guests. I shall take my leave.
On behalf of the Skyfaring Commission, I would like to thank the crew of the Express for saving the Luofu from the Stellaron crisis.
Madame Yukong must have heard about Miss Tingyun.
Yes, I have heard. Seeing 4 leave, yet only 3 return, was enough for me to know that Fu Xuan's report was indeed correct. Tingyun. I still can't believe it. The whole report reads like a bad joke. It's simply unimaginable. The Antimatter Legion on the Xianzhou, and Tingyun, a Lord Ravager? How could someone who spent over 30 years working alongside me at the Skyfaring Commission turn out to be nothing more than a monster in disguise? What happened to the real Tingyun?
Madame Yukong.
I'm sorry. I understand. It's just hard for me to accept. Thank you for bringing Tingyun's belongings back to the Palace of Astrum. The Stellaron crisis has cost us too many comrades. brothers, sisters, children. I'd like to invite all of you, as witnesses to this war, to a soul-soothing ceremony hosted by the Skyfaring Commission. Will you consider?
A soul-soothing ceremony?
To put it into short life terms, a funeral. You see, for long-life species of the Xianzhou, death has always been a distant, mystical concept. Ordinarily, the Ten Lords Commission guides people to the Hall of Karma before any symptoms of Mara are detected. There, they leave behind their lives and wait for their time to come. People are used to a short farewell as opposed to a tedious burial process. Given our limited lifespans, the only ones who place value on ceremony are us Foxians. Countless Cloud Knights lost their lives or became Mara-struck during the crisis. The Hall of Karma couldn't take them all in, and so they passed away. All of these sudden deaths and unfulfilled wishes remind us that long-life species still live out insignificant and limited lives. By combining Skyfaring Commission technology with Foxian ceremony, we honor those who have passed on. We place items of the dead onto star skiffs and send them out to sail between the stars, to shine brightly among them. It's not just to comfort the dead, those souls who can never talk with us again, but also to comfort their surviving relatives, close friends, and indeed all residents of the Xianzhou. It's also my way of saying farewell to Ting Yun. I know, I'm selfish. She may not have died a Cloud Knight, but she's still one of us here at the Skyfaring Commission. A victim caught up in a wider conflict. I'd like to hold this ceremony as a way of distancing the memory of Ting Yun from the Lord Ravager who tarnished her identity. I can still hardly believe it. I'll use my own methods to locate Ting Yun's whereabouts, but at present, This is the least I can do for her. I'd like to ask you all to witness this event with me. I've instructed Yan Ming to sort through Ting Yun's belongings. I hope you can pick some out to place around the star skiff.
Leave this to us. We'll take care of it as per your wishes, Madame Yukong.
Once again, my thanks to all of you. I've asked the judges of the Ten Lords Commission to ratify this soul-soothing ceremony, and have commissioned a special skiff at Stargazer Navalia for the ceremony. If you need anything, that's where I'll be.
You always did say that I like to gossip. And here I am rambling on, proving you right again. If only you were here to cut me off. Oh. It's you. For a moment, I thought she'd return. Did the Helm Master send you over?
We're here to help sort out Miss Ting Yun's things. Madame Yukong wants to use some of them for her soul-soothing ceremony.
Well, I've managed to get through pretty much everything. It's all in this box. Please, take your time.
Okay, let's see what there is. An Annie Cassiter's seal, a small box, a knife, a bow, and something wrapped up tight. I wonder what this is.
我有一个问题，如果刀是小刀，但是弓怎么放进去的？那个箱子还没有很大哎。
Looks like some kind of antique, but who'd want to hold on to something like this?
说彩壶。
Oh, Ting Yun explained that one to me. It's a folk statuette from Foxian antiquity. They say it can bring wealth if placed correctly.
There's also a note in the package. This is for you, Mr. Yanming. Wishing you fortune and success in every endeavor. Yanming, it seems like this is a gift for you from Miss Tingyun.
I remember asking her for one at the time. This is unexpected. I only mentioned it in passing, but she remembered. Tingyun and I were from different guilds. We were competitors, but also colleagues. When we used to trade in other lands, we would bring back local specialties and distribute them among friends and other guild members. It became a custom. The rivalry between us and the Whistling Flames to be the Skyfaring Commission's top guild was always fierce. We would gift each other all kinds of bizarre oddities. Candy that made your leg hair grow. A violin that could shatter glass with its piercing shriek. Oh, I was completely unprepared for this. I never thought Tingyun would leave something behind for me that was so sincere and earnest. If I don't return a gift, I'll lose our little duel. But what could I possibly gift her back?
Huh. Besides the seal, the knife, and the bow, none of this seems like something Miss Tingyun would have kept. I thought she was more about jewelry and beauty. Could there be other things similar to what Yanming got? We should take a look. This bow.
智商宫
It's a good bow. It couldn't be meant for me.
当然不会
Could it?
也会使弓的人
All right, just kidding. Just trying to liven things up around here.
这一个
I can't cook to save my life, but one thing I'm sure of is that's a kitchen knife.
菜刀
I've never seen Miss Tingyun use anything like that to defend herself. It must be another gift that she never had time to send. There's an ad in the knife case. Spices Supreme. A room alley? Which store is that again?
上滋味还贴了广告
There's nothing else, except a handful of seeds.
植物种子
It looks like there's something printed on the bottom of the box. The Sleepless Earl. Let me think. Where have I seen that name before?
Do you know where we're supposed to take these things?
上面有胖鸟
Tingyun, Tingyun, what am I going to get for you? If only you...
这个我想拍张照 OK 看到上面有一张纸不见
I just bought a new star skiff and I crashed it. Talk about bad luck.
有人对话
The files are all prepped. Gotta triple check when the meeting is scheduled.
这位太空站
Xianzhou the capital of Foxian beauties.
哦，好像是之前那个
I've never attended a memorial.
The Sleepless Earl. Was that the name of that tea house at the port when we first got into town?
Welcome to the Sleepless Earl. I'm the owner here. The name's Ming Ming. How many of you are there? Which tea would you like today? Oh, this is the tea Miss Ting Yun promised to get for me. She really went to another world for me. She's incredible. When I took over this tea house from my parents, I thought I'd shake things up by creating a new tea product.
这个字怎么念？
Famous brews like Whale Tide Spring or vegetations in the alchemy cauldron have been around for millennia, and imported mixed teas have also found a niche. Introducing a new product into the industry is really hard. Miss Ting Yun came to the tea house one day and heard about my troubles. She said she could find me a brand new strain during her travels, one that nobody on the Xianzhou had ever tasted. I just thought she was trying to cheer me up. I never thought she'd actually do it. Where is Miss Ting Yun today?
Yes. Now that the crisis has been averted and the ports are resuming operations, Miss Ting Yun has been dispatched on business with the Skyfaring Commission, out to other worlds.
Oh, really? Well, that's a shame. Well, hold on a sec. Based on her suggestion, I improved the Whale Tide Spring, Emerald Hills, and Dawn Dew strains to make a new variety with a sweet, long-lasting taste. I called it Ting Yun's Blend. Seeing as she can't enjoy it right now, I'll have to invite all of you to try a cup.
喝不下去了。惊人像。
It's getting late. Where to now?
Do you know how to fix a star skiff?
Eh?
The Lafu is famous. Oh, how's it going? Did you take some time off? See any more of the Xianzhou? Isn't that the place on Aurum Alley over in Exalting Sanctum? All the foodies go there. What about it? Planning on treating me to a feast? It's the main commercial street in the Exalting Sanctum, although it's a lot quieter since the whole Stellaron crisis thing. Tourists fresh off the Starskiff always head to Starwatcher Avenue in Starskiff Haven. It's one of those bustling tourist streets. But if you want the real deal on local snacks, you've gotta get to Aurum Alley. I've marked it out for you on your map. Whenever I'm tired of Celestial Jade or slacking off, I head over for a bowl of Granny Chen's tofu. Darn it, now that you've brought it up, I suddenly don't feel like clocking in for work anymore. The Lafu is famous for its mung bean soda. You've got to give it a try.
新人像好像是第一次去吗？对，第一次。我看到没有亮的。
Spices Supreme. Check out that sign. Here it is.
哪里？哪里？哪里？这里。
Honored guests, welcome to our humble eatery. What can we get for you today? Something from Miss Ting Yun for me? Oh, what a precious person she is. A sweet thing like her, gifting me a kitchen knife. When she first ate here, I told her my motto: you can't better your own food unless you taste it. Then she got me to talk about my hunting and cooking experiences out on other worlds. She was captivated. She pestered me about dish after dish. At the end, she mentioned she wanted to get me a gift. A sword for a hero and a knife for a chef. That's how she put it.
宝剑镇英雄，名厨配好刀。
Probably came across some rare mineral and forged it by hand. Look how sharp it is. I bet it'd cut straight through a Thalassa titanium terrapin shell. Miss Tingyun is too kind. Who among the Aram Alley vendors hasn't been spoiled by the generosity of Whistling Flames? Her grand fare puts small merchants like us in touch with big intergalactic vendors. If we're talking gifts, it's us who should be gifting her something. Oh, I heard the trade port is open again for business. Miss Tingyun must be real busy, right?
Miss Tingyun couldn't tear herself away from work, so we've had to gift this on her behalf today.
Really? Thank you so much. Why don't I give you all a demonstration and prepare a dish? My treat. I'd love to repay this kindness. Oh, speaking of which, it was our chili beef offal stew that first attracted Miss Tingyun to our restaurant. It's spicy, sumptuous, and guaranteed to get the mouth watering. Not even a girl as refined as Tingyun could resist the temptation.
About that bow, I think I know who Miss Tingyun intended to gift it to.
好巧，我也知道。
Mr. Yan Ming said an ambassador will return with a gift for a trusted colleague. The person who Tingyun trusts the most is Madame Yukong, right?
就我需要暂时关掉我的笑脸模式。
What brings you here? This bow. Did Tingyun pick it out for me? She understood my pain. It's a shame I can no longer do anything for her. 30 years ago, I fought in a terrible war. My comrade and I set sail together, but only I returned. The scars of that war never truly healed. Still, the Law Fu traced out its arc of recovery and continued to trade. I felt tired of voyaging, like I'd lost the courage to pull on a bowstring ever again. I hid away in the Skyfaring Commission and buried myself in work, never wanting to see the sky again. Despite rising to Helm Master, my military career hadn't prepared me for the type of meticulous planning work now confronting me. Tingyun, on the other hand, was a born merchant, always discussing business matters with me and offering up advice, even if she was my subordinate. She never fought alongside me on the battlefield, but in her own way, she became a comrade in arms. Without the help of Tingyun and the Guild, the Law Fu would not have been able to recover in the space of just 30 short years. I used to think that the Xianzhou had changed with the times. Geniuses like Tingyun were the future for the Skyfaring Commission's next generation. They would bring prosperity to the Law Fu. I was only ever suited to the flames of war. I was wrong. Only when the last minions of the Antimatter Legion are wiped out will I become useless to the Xianzhou. The Xianzhou needs people like me. Those willing to cruise the sky and fight the flames. The star skiff is ready for the ceremony now. Everyone, please place your objects aboard the star skiff.
Wait! Wait for me! Miss Ting-yun prepared a gift for me. As a fellow ambassador, I cannot fail to honor our custom.
Yan Ming, what is it that you've prepared?
I've brought a paper kite. I know it may seem simple compared to the precious items that Ting-yun gifted others in the past, but it has a deeper meaning. I heard that Foxians have a tradition where paper kites are used to comfort the souls of pilots who can no longer take to the skies. Ting-yun and I were never pilots in the strictest sense of the word, but we spent much of our lives out among the stars. For her to be able to take wing once again would make her very happy.
Out of all this stuff we've got, what do you think we should place on the star skiff?
This time, we needn't compete. Go. Fly on to other distant worlds.
This is a gift from Miss Yensui on behalf of all the restaurants on Arum Alley. You're going to love this. This is the tea that Meng Ming has made, especially named after you.
Thank you for everything you've done for the Skyfaring Commission and the Law Fu. This small seal is the foundation of the Xianzhou's prosperity. The Skyfaring Commission shall never forget you, Ting-yun. I will seek out the truth, and if it is discovered that you were taken from us, I swear to avenge your unjust end. It is time for the soul-soothing ceremony. Please make your way to Earthrise Agora in Starskiff Haven.
It's getting late. Where to?
General, the ceremony is finished. You should take a rest.
Not yet. I have things I wish to convey to my astral friends. My apologies I couldn't get to you any sooner. Yan Qing made sure that I was fully recuperated. Before you leave the Law Fu, there are two things I wish to gift the Express.
Two gifts? Has his conscience finally gotten the better of him? Is he going to make up for all our hard work along the way?
Please, let us reconvene at the seat of divine foresight.
I once held the same ceremony on the Fenghu, some 30 years or so ago now. Painful memories don't ever fade away with time. I don't want to bear witness to those scenes again. Once I've finished handling the various tasks at hand, I want to aid the Cloud Knights in their investigation. I'll fly out on a star skiff and trace Ting Yun's original flight path onto the Xianzhou. Rest assured, I will leave no stone unturned.
So they also hold funerals. Huh.
That lady is crying her eyes out.
It's getting late. Where to now?
What is your purpose for entering?
Present company is gathered to reiterate the Xianzhou Law Fu's esteemed gratitude for the magnanimous actions of the Nameless. I am sure Lady Fu has given voice to this already, but the Law Fu is greatly indebted to you. Therefore, on behalf of the Law Fu Cloud Knights, I hereby present you with a Jade Abacus, a symbol of our allied friendship.
结盟自己的宇宙。
Back when the Alliance was first established, all those thousands of years ago, the Xianzhou ships swore an oath, etching the record into a Jade Abacus. The world may crumble, and the heavens may fall. But this oath shall never be broken.
刚看遇到跟上面这个有点像，上面这个。
The same is true of this Jade Abacus. It is a record of the Law Fu Cloud Knight's promise to the crew of the Astral Express. It is also a beacon. Grip it tightly, and it will send a message to the Jade Abacus here, in my hand. No matter how astronomically distant you are, the Law Fu Cloud Knights will always come to the aid of the crew, whatever your need may be.
这样看丹恒身上不就满是预兆吗？
Wow, now that's what I call a payoff.
Of course, I trust that such an important article will not be used for trivial or inappropriate circumstances. I hope you can understand.
Yup, got it. Say no more. Sure thing.
Thank you for your generosity, General.
Dan Heng.
General.
In accordance with the edict of the Ten Lords Commission, I am hereby authorized to relieve your banishment decree. From this day henceforth, you may come and go freely on the Law Fu.
Nice!
But I must remind you that the crimes of Don Feng have had far-reaching implications. And some people, such as those in Scale Gorge Waterscape, will not be much moved by the issuance of a paper edict. While I can guarantee your freedom to come and go as you please, I cannot guarantee your safety. Again, I hope you can understand.
I understand.
This issuing of gifts brings with it a sense of relief. Even my wound is feeling much improved. The occasion calls for a line or two of poetry. Though I feel my efforts would be overshadowed by the erudition of Lady Fu. Another time, perhaps. The Express and its passengers have a long voyage ahead of them. May that voyage be smooth and untrammeled.
So soon? I wanted to help the General, but
things didn't turn out how I wanted them to be. I've learned my lesson. Also, I have a rather abrupt request. After fighting Dan Heng, I feel like my skills are lacking somewhere. If you have any time to coach me...
我不是谦虚，还是找单横吧。
I'm worried that he still holds some grudge against me. But to be honest, I'd love to have another spar with him. Safe travels. Safe travels.
Himiko messaged me. The Express detected the Jade Gate's reopening. She asked whether we'd be heading back anytime soon. She was also asking after you, Dan Heng. I think it'd be best if you update her in person, don't you think?
She must have been worried. I'll return to the train and put her mind at rest.
Himiko must be eager to hear about what we've been up to on this mission too, right? Hang on. Oh, how could I forget? We should bring something back for the conductor. Have you got any unfinished business on the Xianzhou? Oh yeah, there are some people we haven't said goodbye to yet.
Fine, fine. Dan Heng and I will go back to the Express. The two of you come back soon, okay?
Don't worry, Mr. Yang.
Dan Heng and I will go back to the Express first.
When I left the train, I only had time to say a quick goodbye to Himiko. I should go back and give her an update. And thank her for her guidance.
We've been so busy running around and... Who should I go to first? The Master Diviner? Jingche? The Miracle Doctor? Or...
我记得将军好像也在神策局里面。没有。
May I ask, how can we help you today at the seat?
Safe travels.
Tree remained dead for thousands of years.
Is that you, big sister? I knew it was you by the sound of your footsteps. You're leaving? Thank you for helping me. And thanks to Don Shu, too. I should be taller the next time you're back, so I won't be such a burden on everyone. By the way, is Don Shu okay? Me and my friends are worried about her. We haven't heard from her since the last time she delivered the medicine.
That tree remained dead for thousands of years.
Dead? What does dead mean? It doesn't mean going to a really, really, really far away place forever and ever, and never coming back? Like my mommy and daddy? So... Don Shu will never come to see us again? Thanks for telling me, big sister. Like Don Shu always said, we can't expect others to take care of us forever. Bye-bye, big sister.
That thousands of years, and it figured now's a good time to come back to life? That tree remained dead for thousands of years, and it figured now's a good time to come back to life? That tree remained dead for thousands of years. I don't believe in ghosts.
I'm guessing seeing you here probably means that your affairs on the Xianzhou are mostly complete. Is that it? I thought you were gonna stay for at least a little longer. Did Welt learn how to play Celestial Jade in the end? If he hasn't got the hang of it yet, tell him to come see me, and I'll show him the ropes. Oh, I haven't asked you yet. Are you interested in learning yourself? Come on. If you learned how to play, then you, Welt, and March would only need to find one more person. You could get a table going and play a few rounds during your travels. We're in agreement then. You can come back anytime and I'll teach you how to play.
Come on, draw already.
Need your extractor cleaned or your star skiff serviced? Look no further.
Nothing better than clocking off early and playing a few rounds of Celestial Jade.
Drop by the Realm Keeping Commission if you need help.
Oh, 他在这。
Hello! To start your next journey. That's great! I can't wait to escape the commission again. Oh, make sure you come visit. Next time you're here, we'll put my plan into action. I've got it all figured out. We sneak out, head over to Arm Alley, and pick out on the snacks there. It's a deal. And don't forget to come see me if you get any headaches, fever, tendon pain, joint pain, anything. My treatment is on the house.
Have you read the novel about the Ten Lords Commission?
Buying a book?
What do we do now? We don't really have to turn over a new leaf, do we?
No way! We pretend to obey the grown-ups, then get back to business as soon as we get the chance.
Hey, what are you looking at? This is our conversation, okay? Why does this Outworlder seem so familiar to me?
Hey, boss! I recognize her! She's the one who messed with us last time! Ugh, I remember now. Last time we dealt with this one, we got into big trouble.
Ah, it's you. You're the one who betrayed us, right? We've been ordered to change our name from the Lawfu Trio to the Lawfu Study Club. It's so embarrassing. Now no one's gonna respect us anymore.
So tell us, how much compensation are you gonna give?
Huh. Trying to flee?
Boss, let's just forget about it. Let this bad omen off the LeFou so we can get on with business.
Just go then. What's it got to do with us? You think we're friends or something?
Don Shu? Who's Don Shu?
She's the leader of the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus.
Sanctus Medicus? What do you want with me?
You want us to join you or something?
You guys must think you're pretty tough, bullying kids like us out in the open.
Time to throw in the towel, boss. They're playing for real. If you want to start a fight with the Disciples, I'm out.
I guess you're right. These guys mean business. My mom said they ate 3 or 4 kids for breakfast.
Yeah. Hey, you! We promise not to bully Xiao Yu again. If you promise not to mess with us.
看你们表现。
Okay, we promise. But you have to keep your word too.
笑死。
It's getting late. Where to now?
啊，好可爱。我终于出师了。哦。花钱做什么？
Hi. Sure am. Things have been in constant turmoil since I transferred to the LeFou. Now that I've got a little free time, I'm here to listen to some storytelling. Are you... Sorry, I've met so many people recently. You seem unfamiliar. Judging by your clothes, you must be an outworlder. Is that so? Well, before you leave, I recommend listening to Mr. Xian's Legend of the High Cloud Quintet. Ever since I was a little kid, I've always wanted to be an epic hero. I never get tired of hearing about the quintet. I'm sure you'll love it. You should bring Don Hung along next time. We can chat over some tea. Anyway, I'm getting off track. I won't take any more of your time. Good luck.
Are you off then? The Xianzhou LeFou is all the richer for your brief time with us. I offer blessings on behalf of the Skyfaring Commission on the eve of your departure. If you require resupplying during your journey, you can always count on us.
我先找了列表，这样就不会到处乱窜，到我忘记我到底该去哪。这里。不然太难找了，人太多了。
The Artisan Ship Commission has come through hell and high water since the incident. Rebuilding what we lost will drain the years. Our labor filled with blood and sweat and tears. For a youngster to deliver a farewell to an old man like me is a rare occurrence in this day and age. I've taken on many a short-life apprentice. After leaving the Lawfu, they never return. Time, not distance, is the true separator of souls. The lingering sound of bygone music plays, though groweth fainter with the parting ways.
云烟扰扰，却虽不停，曲终人散终有。
I'm glad. I'll still be here at the Artisan Ship Commission. You're welcome anytime. But farewell it is. I shall not sing for you on your way out. I fear the sound would break my heartstrings.
太难过了吧？错点错点错点错点错。不反敲。
Noise.
都对话完之后，字会消失。太不办事说，我觉得对。
Noise.
这应该是。
101010 is the way.
Are you here to say goodbye? There's no need to be so anxious. I predict that you will return to the Xianzhou often, and you will definitely continue to trouble us when you do. Therefore, forget about any farewells. All right, okay, I understand. I wish your travels be fleeting of foot, and may your crises be effortlessly resolved.
有讲完了。
There's a dreamlike quality to watching these star skiffs depart through the Jade Gate. How long will these ships sail? And which stars are they traveling to?
From a universal perspective, there is little difference between the lives of long and short-lived species. The transcendence that the Xianzhou pursues is nothing compared to the enduring majesty of the stars. And the grief felt here is no different from our own.
像是术士一打法。
Yeah, you're back. Himiko and I were just discussing our journey. This little excursion has reached its conclusion. All things must come to an end. Still, some endings spark a new beginning.
Next time, I think I should be the one trailblazing with you guys. Welt can stay on the Express.
Since when did the work roster just change like that?
Yes, no more Stellaron Hunter interruptions. It's time to get our original plan back on track. Our next stop is Penacony, remember?
能帮我回忆一下。
The Express's records show that Penacony was a prison planet used by the IPC to exile criminals. At least, it was at the time of recording. However, following a Stellaron burst, the planet fell into the arms of Shipe. They say it's been transformed into a prosperous and ethereal realm. The family is throwing a banquet there, and they sent invitations out to the Express. I was curious about the state of the planet, so I accepted. When the conductor is ready, we can set off for the next stop.
有求于
All who enter here are either jailers or prisoners. Which are you?
Neither. I'm merely a lost traveler.
What a spectacle. The Stellaron, the Ambrosial Arbor, the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus, the Lord Ravager. A series of threats that almost succeeded in diverting attention away from the crucial question. They who brought the Stellaron onto the Xianzhou, what was their motive? Will you surrender, or do you require encouragement? Abomination of Yaoshi.
General, my power does indeed stem from the abundance. But I'm the same as you. We are both enemies of Yaoshi.
That's right, Jingwen. Stay out of our way. The revival of the Arbor is an omen. It's time for the Xianzhou to choose its next path. The Rainbow Arbiter, the Plague's author, the Ruin author. This is a chess game between eons. If you don't stand with the winners, you stand to lose. And this time, we will put the abundance in their grave.
不是罗刹，果然是你带进来的吗？
Noise.
可是罗刹跟净流是搭档吗？搭档，但是他又说他的力量不是来自药师。我觉得有点奇怪，这个章节为什么要排在下一个版本里面？在上一个版本里面把这个结束掉，不是会更好吗？但说实在，这样的节奏也比较好一点。不然说实在，这一章节几乎都在对话，还不如跟着上一章节一起结束来比较快一点。所以应该说这样会更好一点。然后你在下一章不开放主线，开放一大堆重型任务，大家也爽。
Our time on the Xianzhou has come to an end. Back to the original plan, I suppose?
Penacony is throwing a banquet. When the conductor is ready, we can...
OK， 把笑脸模式开回来。OK。3月7跟林可的都是20号之后，其他都是想邀你同行，怎么了？你一定需要我在场吗？重返奇香。哦，然后会给树桩啊。先去接个活动，那我听说活动好像就结束。我很担心他们两个会不会撞到，我看一下，位置好差着还蛮远的，看样子应该是。
It's getting late. Where to now?
High-end barge, the best choice for galactic commerce.
它是不是多了蛮多音效的？我记得之前是没有那个。哦，靠近会这样对。好开会了。
You're easy to spot. Are you going to Aramali?
事先声明，我不请客。
Was it that obvious? But the more the merrier, right? I go out all the time to see patients, so I know the food establishments around here like the back of my hand. I'm the best tour guide you could hope for. And if you get into medical trouble, gastrointestinal discomfort, sprained ankle, yada yada, you'll have a professional doctor right by your side. That's a 2-in-1 deal.
怎么一站式医师导游？看来不带你去是不行。爷爷带小孩。
We've reached our destination, Aram Alley. Of course, the main feature of this tour is the endless selection of tasty delicacies. The folk dishes at Spices Supreme are a must-try. This is the only place on the Lawful you can find them. So, now that we're here...
你怎么会吃？推荐一下。
Recommend? I think you mean I'd like to treat you to some Senjo delicacies. Let's start with the snack stands. You can browse around for a bit. I'll go find us a seat while you make up your mind.
I should see what the other customers have to say about the food here.
破坏美食的。
This travel guide needs an update. Oh, you want to know which snack stalls I recommend around here? Well, you've come to the right person. It's my first time here too, but I've tried everything. There's a lot of things here that I've never even heard of. I was kind of scared to try them. Oh, have you heard of mung bean soda? The Xianzhou locals say it's delicious. So I bought one, took a sip, and then sprayed it all over the diners at the next table. It has a grayish green color and a sour, rotten flavor. I reckon there's a handful of food connoisseurs that actually like it.
Do these people know nothing about the value of brand exposure?
吃在哪里见过你？
No. We've never met. Oh, are you wondering what's good to eat around here? Well, I can help you with that. I'm known around here as the Forager. I venture into all manner of culinary establishments to taste test their food.
不是到处探。
The seller at this food stall won't let me do any taste testing because I'm not a paying customer. Well, if they don't want free publicity, that's their loss. Ah, with my discriminating taste as your guide, you'll never go wrong. Give the berry pheasant skewers or sun lotus cake a try.
Oh.
Same great taste. Oh, interested in the food? In Aram Alley, there's no such thing as a bad food stall. My name's Xiaohan. I'm originally from Aram Alley, but this is my first visit in a long time. When I was away, I'd stay up at night reminiscing about the flavors and aromas of this place. The Xianzhou gets plenty of visitors, so it's only natural that we should venture out and see what other worlds are like. I spent 100 years away from home, and I have to say, Aram Alley has seen better days. It's looking kind of run down. That it was. Many years ago, Aram Alley was the most popular night market on the La Fu. I had a good career going out on the other worlds, but I always missed the alley. In the end, I decided to come back. Now, I'm keen to do my part and make this place a little better.
Kawaii.
A visitor from afar. May I ask you a question? Do you like Aram Alley? Glad to hear. We always try to treat visitors from outside well. I hope you don't mind me prattling on, but since you're an outworlder, are you familiar with the IPC? Do you know if it has a good reputation?
只记得茶宝的广告非常烦人。
That's true, and they made it much more convenient to exchange Strelin credits. Well, I can't just leave you here empty-handed. Take a look at the menu, order whatever you want. It's on the house. Alrighty.
So, is there anything good? Fantastic! Hey, how did you know my favorite food?
哎，真的啊？
Great, but it looks like you only brought enough for one person. What am I supposed to do? Yeah, I'd feel bad asking for more too.
Ah, it's the Dragon Lady. Here, I'll get you another serving. No need to be shy.
Thank you, Auntie. I'm so full of snacks I can hardly move. I haven't even gotten around to business yet. I wanted to stop by Elegance Pagoda to buy some medicine jars while I'm out. Come on, let's go.
前面好多人，我看到李大枕头了。
What's going on at the dock?
Some of the dock workers got into an argument with the IPC folks.
Watch your words. No need to be aggressive here.
How about we go see what's happening at the dock?
多一事不如少一事，
Heard it needs medical attention. Come on.
医生必须到场。
When did you decide to show up, little Miss Feisty? How is this any of your business?
As a Cloud Knight, I can't just sit back and do nothing when I see civil unrest. And for your information, my name isn't Little Miss Feisty. It's Susha.
Please, miss, allow our Room Alley Merchant Guild to take care of this matter.
You're from the Merchant Guild?
What a joke! You people can't take care of anything! Everyone here knows that our Room Alley Merchant Guild is as incompetent as it is dysfunctional. The lease for the docks isn't even paid yet. Anyone care to guess whose fault that is? I'll tell you, the Merchant Guild's.
I'm not denying that.
Then say it out loud so everyone can hear. Our Room Alley Merchant Guild apologizes to every vendor here for defaulting on the lease and leaving us to pick up the mess. Better yet, get down on your knees and beg for forgiveness.
I agree.
You're being completely unreasonable. Why can't we talk this over?
I'm not being unreasonable. I'm making a friendly inquiry. When will the IPC receive its lease payments?
I'm afraid we can't pay at the moment.
We leased this whole dock to your merchant guild, hoping that it would rejuvenate our Room Alley. And look at it now. A perfectly good freight dock has gone to waste.
They said at the moment. That doesn't mean they'll never make the payments, right?
Don't be so gullible. How about we make a little bet? If the Merchant Guild can pay back the money it owes, I'll get down on my knees and apologize to all the people of our Room Alley. I'll shout it loud and clear. I'm a raving idiot howling into the wind. And then I'll bark like a dog. How does that sound?
Okay. And if they can't?
Oh, that's simple. You apologize to me in front of all the people of our Room Alley, and you bark like a dog.
What should she do?
Deal.
You all heard that, right? I'll be waiting for you. Come on, let's get out of here.
Miss, there's no reason for you to take such a bet. We're the ones who dragged you into this.
It's okay. Seeing that arrogant sneer on his face made me sick to my stomach. I had to do something.
We appreciate you sticking up for us. But this...
Now that I think about it, if I lose the bet, it'll reflect badly on the Cloud Knights. But you can't give in to bullies. He's the one who'll be barking like a dog.
My name is Ming-Shi. I'm the secretary of Arum Alley Merchant Guild. Most people just call me Miss Secretary. This leasing dispute is between the IPC and the Merchant Guild. You shouldn't have been dragged into it.
Sure is. I've already started placing bets.
So, is it true that the Merchant Guild can't pay back the lease?
Miss Secretary, just tell it like it is.
他们为什么不直接惊讶大喊说，居然是龙女大人
As things stand now, the Merchant Guild is in no position to pay back the lease. Yes, the entire port. Now we owe the IPC an arm and a leg. The food hawkers are thriving, but dock operations and other businesses are stretched to the breaking point.
If we make the businesses more profitable, then maybe we have a chance of paying back the IPC.
If we cut costs and tap into new revenue streams, we can turn things around. A lot of vendors in Arum Alley don't want anything to do with the dock, though.
What about cutting costs?
Cutting costs means reducing expenses. As you can see, the dock isn't even fully utilized, and the workers...
Hey, don't get any funny ideas about laying people off.
Miss Secretary is just helping us think of ideas. But if you ask me, I think our ordering system is rather inefficient. I'm sure we could reduce our costs if we found a way to improve it.
I didn't realize you were such an entrepreneur.
Even the president hasn't been able to solve anything. Is this short lifer really up to the job? At this point, I guess we've got nothing to lose.
反推。完成运输目的，然后把东西并摆到其中。你看，这是停靠在货运行处，然后把货物搬上去，然后达到足够数量就可以赚取金，然后是偿还关店。接下来是我们收到的物品，然后再把东西上来，再放。根据货物价格结算收益，然后用这个可以切换视角，拖移并放到上面。当然，你也可以选择快速推放，完成常规运单就可以获得运单收益。那收益不错了，开始运输吧。
This will certainly save us on shipping costs.
Isn't this a little unsafe?
Don't worry. Our motto is safety first.
Hey, what's gotten into you?
你们之前就没想到吗？
Impressive, but if you ask me, inventory efficiency isn't enough to save us. If Heron Express doesn't deliver the goods, then they're just gonna sit around collecting dust.
I see your point. If you have the time, could you accompany me to Heron Express's Arum Alley branch office?
Of course. It's just... I'm better with brawn than brains.
不小心又给地染了一身屎。
Interesting.
Mr. Yongfeng?
Why, it's Miss Secretary. And who do we have here?
I'm Sushang of the Cloud Knights. I think you already know the little girl with horns on her head. And this is...
Good to meet you all. Miss Secretary, I heard you made a bet with the IPC. And if you lose, you have to bark like a dog?
The word got out pretty quickly, huh?
Those Outworlders from the IPC are the worst. How did you get bogged down with them?
跟公司打赌的是这位女侠。
That's right. Alley needs to worry. It's all on me.
We made our inventory more efficient. But the dock workers said we still need a way to distribute the goods.
Those dock workers don't want to take responsibility. And I'm afraid it's not our responsibility either.
Then who should we blame? The IPC?
The IPC said that they would handle operations at Aurum Alley and promised to give subsidies to the vendors. I suspect they secretly told all the vendors not to use the dock for logistics.
We can only blame ourselves for letting them get away with it for so long. If we can't pay back the rent, the financial damages will be manageable, but the reputational damage will be irreparable. If the Merchant Guild loses everyone's trust, it'll become an empty shell of its former self.
The IPC wants to turn this place into a big logistics warehouse. By then, the food hawkers and used goods stores will have to move away.
So no more Aurum Alley?
Correct. The physical space will still exist, but the Aurum Alley we all know, its fragrances, its bustling tourists, will be nothing more than a memory.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. What are we gonna do about the matter at hand?
On the logistics side, we can reduce costs by making sure the delivery routes are planned efficiently. Mr. Yungfeng, please allow our friend to try her hand at it. She has some skills that could prove useful in this area.
为什么不用预售计算？
After the Ambrosial Arbor disaster, the use of Jade Abakai for any kind of strategic planning was restricted to certain departments. For business planning in Aurum Alley, we can only rely on our brains. Also, the duties of a Merchant Guild consultant include planning, negotiation, and strategy. We're going to be relying on you for more than just delivery routes.
让我试吧，不行再换人。原来是连连看。尽可能用最短路。哦。
With these routes in place, logistics costs will be reduced significantly.
I knew it! You're the heroes who can help us revitalize Aurum Alley.
Now can you tell us what really happened to Aurum Alley?
Well, Aurum Alley was originally the busiest night market in Exalting Sanctum. In days past, this alley, famed for its food and commerce, was brimming with aromatons collecting goods for their masters. But that prosperity has long since passed. Restrictions were placed on civilian aromatons, and new commercial centers began to spring up. It was like being on a gentle downhill slope. Everyone knew things were changing, but no one thought it was serious. When the Lawfu was moored for maintenance and trade with the IPC increased, a new threat emerged for the Merchant Guild. The IPC's announcement of a bid for the development of Aurum Alley. Their promises were visible, tangible, and extremely aggressive. When the gentle downhill slope suddenly became the edge of a cliff, no one could pretend to ignore it anymore. Both the Merchant Guild and Aurum Alley itself were in jeopardy. Therefore, on behalf of the Merchant Guild, I would like to formally extend an invitation to you all to serve as business advisors in the plan to save Aurum Alley. The Merchant Guild is tight on funds, but we'll be sure to make it worth your time. Why don't you talk it over with everyone first?
I really hope you can help out. I'm not not worried about that. I just want to help save Arum Alley. My home, the Xianzhou Yaoqing, had much closer ties with the IPC. Initially, people thought they were just engaging in a little interstellar investment, but over time, things changed. Gradually, the Yaoqing's younger generations began to enjoy the immersion produced by the IPC's entertainment division. Once they started wearing IPC clothing lines, you could hardly tell if they were Xianzhou locals or IPC employees. After their coming-of-age ceremonies, a lot of them aspired to join the IPC. The architecture across the whole delve began to change. The graceful flying eaves I saw as a child became fewer and fewer, and the glazed tiles and fallow earth bricks gradually disappeared. Many of the Yaoqing locals older than 500, like my mother, will say the Yaoqing has changed. But they're not sure whether this change is leading to a better future, or if it's allowing short-life species to dictate their way of life. It's making everyone anxious. When I saw Mingxi being confronted by the IPC, I felt the same uneasiness. I've been around several lifespans longer than that stooge, but somehow I was still at a loss for how to deal with him. If our opponents were martial arts types, I could hold my own against them. But Arum Alley's problems aren't something we can fight off with a sword. I want to help the Merchant Guild. I want to help everyone at Arum Alley. Please, help me help them.
I only came here for the food. I didn't expect to get tangled up in all this dock leasing stuff. Still, if you're willing to give it a shot, maybe Arum Alley doesn't have to disappear.
你好像什么都没做。
That's not true. I'm doing something right now. Persuading you to help us. An admirable contribution.
What do you think? Will you become a business advisor for Arum Alley? Great. I still haven't discussed any of this with the president. Let's go pay them a visit.
我们是先斩后奏吧。哎，等一下，我先开个锚点。检验。
Miss Lian Yan, please tell the president that I have someone who can help us with the leasing situation at the dock, and also bring Arum Alley back to its former glory.
我这个人最讨厌面试。
I've already seen your abilities. There's nothing to be nervous about.
I'll go ask the president's opinion on the matter. Okay. The president trusts Miss Secretary's judgment, but the applicant still needs to pass a test. You must integrate Oldie's Depot into the logistics plan.
露一手。有一些货物需要运到码头，随着我们可以提供的路线越来越多。哦，这好像有什么地图优势点，等一下来看看。增加5%。 哦，
The president acknowledges your expertise and agrees to confer management responsibilities accordingly. Arum Alley Merchant Guild would like to issue a formal request. Please please help us emerge from this crisis and revitalize Arum Alley.
说法也太正式了。
Now that that's settled, please come see me at the dock when you'll be able to help the dock workers do the inventory and help Heron Express with logistics planning. I keep tabs on all the goings-on in Arum Alley, including rumors and the latest gossip. If we can solve some of the problems in the community, it could help in rejuvenating Arum Alley.
If it involves helping people in need, count me in too.
Sure. Just come see me at the dock. You'll be able to. I keep tabs.
Oh, bye.
Anytime you need anything, the important thing right now is to generate enough revenue before the payment due date. I'll be off to the dock then. Stop by anytime.
I know you want to ask about the president, but I suggest you focus your energy. Don't worry.
Any problem facing Arum Alley is also... I should probably ask, do you really think we'll be able to pay back everything?
你放心好了。
Best! You remind me of a friend I made when I first arrived on the Lawfu. She had the same eagerness for saving people, and the same tenacity for solving problems. I have a mission from the Cloud Knights, so I have to leave for now.
那你就这样跑了。
So strange. Saving Arum Alley is a critical issue. That's the case. Wow. Time sure does fly.
你也要跑了，阿和，我跑了。米高梅换汽车，我有一个绝妙的点子。点。
Now that you're here, let's get started on the dock.
"感觉很危险。对不对？难怪这个一天就可以结束了。
Take your time. There's always something.
哦，你是说树商啊？永久小秘书来找我。评书放在店里，可是你与几位先生，我跟他们也不算熟。可是林骑士小姑娘特别推荐你，那我老雇主怎么办？长此以往，谁还光顾我的生意？不会的，念旧的人还是很多。机场有配送这么方便，这样以后谁知道呢？阿来与阿旺是曲艺界的新亲，放在我们摊子上说几本人没关系。倒是西眼先生，他可是在我叔叔家，要是能拿到他的录音，老顾可以没什么抱怨的吧？麻烦你也是录一段试试。没事，两个都熟，他熟得很。他帮你们做一大堆狗屁事。
The next destination? Up to you.
Let me teach you all how to sleep like the general.
哦，何止观众老爷今天不当观众，等别人可以审观众老爷不行，传出去定让人笑话咱俩，小心年轻不会办事。尾巴不对，咱俩没有尾巴。有没有人物快点瞧好？不然你们去现场表演一下。吉野先生，你一定行的。
Storytelling is...
Curved wood must be bent again to reach...
相声啊，和说书一样渐渐落寞，他们的景色也情有可原。毕竟这年头光靠相声可以养不活自己。不过他们到底还是新人，把他们劝到回来，请指导我。要多跑多练，相声要不断接受观众的回馈，不断改进。兄弟弟们倒是好，而我还没说完。你直接说他们自然会懂。若是还不松口，那你就报上我的名头来。我要是想开我的话本场，想借他们的相声录音来热场。哦，谢谢大哥。先生厉害。
Crosstalk Comedy 101。
你一个人说脑袋这个。阿姨都没有在摊位上呢。从后面偷出来。哇，这么厉害！这个不是录音，这录影。现在开始策划。 吃摊。这个拼机有点微妙。嗯，好像没有这个。最高物流的叫什么？有点好奇。这样可以不用照着走的话呢？安排。60多人，位置还重新排好。
Buns are huge! Just a few and you'll be full!
看到我都饿了。
Regardless of the IPC's wish, it's fantastic. Many folks began lending the Merchant Guild a hand after you helped them out.
BOSS 这是要放。 嗯。我看懂。各自云淡。
Interesting.
当然不用跑。系统自动发送。
Regardless of my colleagues from the Merchant Guild accounting department want me to remind you that we haven't met our revenue target for this phase yet.快乐快乐省最后一单。 I have something to tell you. We achieved our revenue goal for this quarter. This is all thanks to you two. Not to mention the merchants of Arum Alley. The Merchant Guild promises that we will use the money where it is meant to be spent. The funds will be used for the overall repair and upgrade of the dock, which means we won't be able to use the dock's shipping logistics for a while.
嗯，好。
In order to reward you and Su Shang for your long hours of work, the Merchant Guild has ordered some gourmet snacks from Tall Auntie, so you can rest for a bit and prepare for the revival of Arum Alley. Regardless of the IPC's wish, we should set the dock matters aside for now. There are more urgent issues at hand.
哦，它会有标志啊。至少装上16个货物。用自己心仪的方式摆满。责任心重的技巧娘，怎么技巧娘又会说话了？你把胖子卖了都赔不起。这救我，他怎么救你？哦。 是怎样的交通事故？你这学的经验好像不太够用。
Hi! Interested in fitness martial arts?
一层货物流动达到75分。
Toys, doorbells.
嗯
Dumplings and steamed buns.
The secretary asked me to prepare some refreshments for you earlier. Make yourselves comfortable. I'll bring them out shortly.
买一袋外送给我。哎呀，群主，复习一下。还可以逮到那种坏东西，也是蛮厉害的。嗯，有一只鸟坏，这是哪里啊？哦，原来是要跟阿姨。偷懒。码头箱底或码头上方。在这。箱中仙。这叫不忘磨牙的技巧鸟，技巧鸟还会磨牙。不要，快饶命啊！我要吐了。别催了，我说一句就是了啊，回去工作吧。
You're just in time. Everyone is asking this IPC goon for an explanation.
Calling someone an IPC goon isn't very becoming of a Cloud Knight, now is it? I'm not here today as a representative of the IPC. I'm just a tourist. You could just call me Scott. I have no quarrel with you. Can a man come here to deliver a package without being surrounded?
There's something wrong with the stuff this guy is shipping. It's causing damage to other people's goods, and our dock here is liable for the compensation.
我们检查一下你的快递包裹。
Speak louder. I can't quite hear you. Is this how you treat guests in our room, Allie?
Let's open that package right here, right now. Then we'll see what he's hiding.
I'd be careful if I were you. If you damage my goods, you'll have to pay for them. A serious issue? I think you'll be the ones with a serious issue.
No need to make this difficult. Let's open it.
Let's check and see if there's anything suspicious.
不是那个很明显就怪怪的吧？这样子太厉害了。
I will dispatch you. Your end approaches. That paradise may be unreachable. Savor it for me.
Receive divinity.
I'm on guard.
Let's begin.
You tampered with this ingenium so that it caused damage to other goods on the freight skiff.
Speak louder. I can't quite hear you. Conclusive evidence? Deny? Here, look carefully. This old piece of junk doesn't even belong to me.
What?
If you don't believe me, just ask the dock workers.
If I may, he's telling the truth. This golden cloud toad does not belong to Mr. Scott.
Then why was the toad here in the first place?
Ama.
That's your problem, not mine. Now, let me ask you a question. My vase was almost smashed to pieces. What do you say about that? Huh? Did I hear that right? After making a big scene like that, don't you owe me an apology?
I guess we do.
Well, are you going to apologize or not?
Sorry, sir.
For this kind of barbarity, a single apology won't ever be enough. Just think of this as a practice round for later.
He fooled us this once, but he won't fool us next time.
Sorry. I should have stepped in.
My mother always told me that as long as I honed my skills, I'd be able to deal with any situation. Seems I've still got honing to do.
Before the payment due date arrives, I'm going to teach you two how to fight. With words. Follow me. We're going to see the president.
应该是要把那个刚才讲话支支吾吾的家伙给调出来才对。
Miss Secretary said that you want.
雷恩比小秘书更像小秘书。
I'm no secretary, more of a messenger. The president is aware of recent events and is willing to pass on some simple negotiation skills to you. Rule 1. Prepare your ace card in advance. Just as Cloud Knights ready their weapons before entering battle, you should have your ace card ready before you walk up to the negotiating table. I will present you with a few items, and you need to examine them carefully. This is the box that was opened earlier at the dock, the one containing the Golden Cloud Toad. The name and contact information of the sender were deliberately crossed out, but records from the Heron Express show that the sender is Ah Feng. The records show that a dock worker named Ah Feng recently received credit remitted by the IPC. The president has their ways. Rule 2. Play your ace card at the right time. These documents can only be truly effective when your opponent reveals a weak spot. How about this? I've prepared a little practice exercise for you. Mr. Ah Feng, over here, please.
What exactly does the president have up their sleeve?
I don't know anything. I don't have anything to say.
这边也要出示证件，你们是两边一起是不是？
My name's Offung. I was the one who brought out the box containing the golden cloud toad. I was
还是追问跟出示？
I did. I had no knowledge of the presence of an ingenium. This matter has nothing to do with me.
Why do you emphasize that this matter has nothing to do with you?
I just want to avoid any misunderstanding, in case anyone has it in their head that I intentionally misplaced an item.
I sense a
I was told to, my name's Offung. I was the one who brought out the box.
I didn't see any boxes, only the golden cloud toad.
If goods need to be inspected, we remove the packaging ahead of time. You wouldn't want to do all that work yourself, would you? My name's Offung. I was told to move something, and I did. I had no knowledge of the presence of an...
I think this has a lot to do with you.
你们两边啊，天哪，这边比较像逆转裁判。
Records from Heron Express show that this container was sent by a person named Offung. What do you have to say about that?
而且为什么重点反驳都是有别人念？
That must be some kind of mistake. All right, enough already! The IPC was worried that the lease for the dock would be paid off, so they had me move some things around. Is that so terrible? Is letting the IPC take over management of RM Alley such a bad thing? Besides, what's it to you if I make some extra money?
Mr. Offung, our goal at the Merchant Guild is to help make Arum Alley a better place for everyone.
Keep your heads in the sand if you like. But it's only a matter of time before RM Alley becomes another warehouse for the IPC.
That's right. You shouldn't be betraying your fellow workers for a quick profit.
It seems that the truth has come out. Here is Mr. Offung's testimony. It may come in useful later.
The payment for the dock is ready now. If you're ready for the next round of negotiations, come and see me at the dock.
Right. That guy's gonna be sorry for everything he's done. Time.
Toys! Doorbells!
Oh, 这个可以快速传送。哎，气盔怎么在这？他对你表达了不屑。
The IPC representative has arrived, and I've called.
Remember, this is a war of words. Over to you.
Before we start, let's review the documents we have. We reached the required amount by the repayment date. This is the basis for our right to continue negotiations, and is a testament to the business viability of Arum Alley. When the Arum Alley dock went up for public bid, the IPC won the bid using its interstellar trade resources and extensive capital. Then, the IPC leased the dock out to the Arum Alley Merchant Guild for management and operations. This contract can prove that the Merchant Guild has legitimate rights to operate the dock. The testimony of dock worker Ah Feng, who has admitted to disrupting the normal operations of the dock in exchange for payments from the IPC. Let's go. The notary from the Skyfaring Commission is already waiting for us.
On behalf of the Skyfaring Commission, I am here to preside over the leasing dispute.
Is there anything left to dispute? I'll cut to the chase. The Merchant Guild should have removed itself from Arum Alley a long time ago.
Couldn't the IPC choose a sane person to represent them?
Huh? Say that a little louder. I can't quite hear you.
I said the IPC should send someone else!
Goodness, there's no need to shout, little Miss Feisty. My ears are ringing. You should be saving your voice for your public apology. As the representative of the IPC, my presence in this negotiation is legal, reasonable, and sensible. Who do you plan on sending to the battlefield? A random cloud knight? That cowardly president who's afraid to even show their face? Or how about that kid who got dragged into this fiasco at the last minute, walking around like she owes someone 50 credits?
别人欠他50信用点的小妞。
That's enough, Representative Scott. Please state the IPC side of the case.
The IPC specially leased operations of the dock to our Room Alley Merchant Guild in the hopes of seeking common interest and development. But the Merchant Guild refused to cooperate with the major shops in our Room Alley, and the once prosperous dock is now desolate. The inefficient shipping and low volume of transactions at the Our Room Alley dock, which does not create any value at all, are clear evidence of poor management. Coupled with the Merchant Guild's inability to pay the rent, we believe the Guild should voluntarily relinquish operating rights to the dock and pay additional compensation. The IPC, coupled with the Merchant Guild's inability to pay the rent, we believe the Guild should voluntarily relinquish operating rights to the dock and pay additional compensation. The inefficient shipping and low volume of transactions at the Our Room Alley dock, which does not create any value, coupled with the Merchant Guild's inability to pay the rent, we believe the Guild...
What makes you think we can't afford to pay the lease?
If you have the necessary funds, prove it. Coupled with the Merchant Guild's inability to pay the rent, we believe the Guild should
We've already paid back the lease.
These are the funds from Arum Alley Merchant Guild. The guild has turned a profit and is able to pay back what it owes.
What? You already paid back the lease? How?
The documentation provided by Arum Alley Merchant Guild is true and credible. And according to the lease contract between the two parties, the Merchant Guild still holds the rights to operate the dock. Next order of business. The Merchant Guild has accused Representative Scott of secretly sabotaging dock operations. Do you have anything to say about that?
Don't be so slanderous! Why would I stoop so low? What do the frequent accidents at this dock have to do with me? Besides, I'm not even involved in shipping operations. How could I possibly buy off a dock worker? Besides, I'm not even involved in shipping operations. How could I possibly buy...
We have the testimony of Ah Feng.
This testimony is concrete proof that you instructed him to sabotage shipments.
What? That little... Aren't the Xianzhou people always preaching about righteousness?
你就这样承认了？
All that money, and he sold me out in a heartbeat. Darn it!
这么简单？
If the evidence presented is true, Mr. Scott, then this constitutes improper business practices, and the Skyfaring Commission will conduct a follow-up investigation.
How did this happen? How did the plan go awry?
Don't forget about our bet. You have to apologize in front of everyone.
What? Why should I apologize?
Because you use dirty tricks to trample all over the honest work of others. An apology alone won't be enough to fix the damage. If it were, I'd make you do it 1,000 times over. Consider yourself lucky it's just the once.
I hereby apologize to our Alley.
Ah, 我听不见，说大声点。
I apologize to all the people of our Alley. I'm a raving idiot howling into the wind.
Wasn't there something about barking like a dog?
Make him bark! Make him bark!
That's right!
Enough! Woof, 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 woof!
旁边的人被吓死。哦天哪，这个人疯了。
What a clown show. This arbitration is hereby resolved.
Thanks to all of you, we managed to pull through the dock's debt crisis. Worth every step. We should take advantage of the momentum to upgrade the Arum Alley dock and increase its transaction volume. I'm preparing to upgrade inventory and logistics planning. The previously idle dock is now ready for use, so come see me when you have time. The dock crisis is over for now, but the rejuvenation of Arum Alley has just begun. Thanks to your help, the lease was paid. Now the dock can support... It's fantastic. Many folks began lending the Merchant Guild a hand after you helped them out.
哦，居然比较高分。哦，比较大。哦，也比较大型。
There's been an unexpected change in plans. I've received...
太好了，我真的正好想拜来。
Not the time for jokes. I'm also confused. Let's go have a word with him. I sent a message to Su Shang, telling her to meet up at Oldie's Depot.
诶，居然是鱼孔。
Good, they've arrived. I also have something I wish to discuss with the Merchant Guild, but I'll wait for you to finish.
The President fully appreciates your efforts and knows what you want to ask. He believes that continuing to upgrade the dock, a strategy that is not fundamentally different from that of the IPC, will only destroy the unique character of Arum Alley. Arum Alley is a place brimming with personality, from the delicious food to the cultural antiques. Everything is built around visiting tourists and local residents. Based on historical data, continued development of the shipping operations will turn the area into a giant warehouse. The more the shipping capacity is increased, the less attractions there will be for visitors. Such an outcome is unacceptable for the shopkeepers and community of Arum Alley.
Historical data isn't my forte. You better be telling the truth.
Very well. I believe it's my turn to speak. The Skyfaring Commission has received a joint request from several merchants concerning the reorganization of the Merchant Guild. Mr. President, the merchants would like you to resign as the president of the guild.
There has come a day that the merchants of Arum Alley have betrayed me. I won't give up the vision I've built for Arum Alley, let alone step down from my duties.
会不会真的是金人？
Is that the president speaking?
It is not my intention to interfere with the Merchant Guild's affairs. But as an old friend, I would like to remind you that Arum Alley only exists in the present, not in the past.
Madam Yukong, the present is always made from the past, is it not?
I suggest that you make some concessions to appease the merchants. If you don't follow Mingxi's plans for the dock, she will temporarily take over your position.
Mingxi, I would like to hear your thoughts.
President, I hope you understand that I am in no way vying for power over Arum Alley. I have listened to the President's vision of prosperity since I was a child, and I want to work to achieve that vision. But currently, your ideas conflict with ours.
I understand. I can accept Mingxi temporarily taking over my duties. However, Mingxi must make her decision public and win the approval of both myself and all the merchants. Since you have shown confidence, those terms should be acceptable to you.
Yes, I'll do my best, President.
You have to remember that even when you're acting in my place, a crisis is still imminent. You must earn at least the amount of the bidding deposit to even have a chance of thwarting off the IPC.
Very well. Since the President has come to a decision, I will be in charge of calling a public meeting. Mingxi, I have something for you. When you are all finished here, remember to come and see me.
This president is kind of stubborn. Was there really no difference between our strategy and the IPC's? What kind of difference? You're saying that the IPC is in it for the IPC, but we just want what's best for Arum Alley. But the president wants what's best for Arum Alley too, and yet we still disagree with him. The streets aren't owned by the Merchant Guild or the IPC, but by those who live here. I guess I don't have any special insights. I think we should ask the merchants what they think.
I wish the President did more of the talking. I'm getting tired of being a mouthpiece.
I heard from Shi Kuei that it was you who became a business advisor and assisted Arum Alley Merchant Guild in their dispute with the IPC. How versatile. Is there anything you can't do?
像是跳吗？
I'm not very good at that either. The president is still a hero to Aram Alley. He helped it achieve prosperity. But a hero will not be embraced forever. I've seen the IPC's approach. They prioritize efficiency and a standard uniform business model across the galaxy. I warned them that their business model wouldn't work on the Xianzhou without adjustments. But the Merchant Guild's overly traditional mindset is a different obstacle. Let me put it bluntly. Aram Alley Merchant Guild has no chance of succeeding today. The IPC does have more capital on hand, but the review criteria are not solely focused on financial resources. My advice to you is to visit the shopkeeper, Mr. Xiao. He is the one who proposed the reorganization of the Merchant Guild. If you can get his support, you will definitely receive support from the other merchants.
Thank you, Madam Yukong.
I have business to attend to in the Palace of Astrum. The rest is up to you. Convince the old shopkeeper, and you may just become the new heroes of Aram Alley.
哦，还有这个群啊！糟了，公职人员来了。做了什么亏心事吗？你们去同工坊看看，遵命，遵命。给我放轻松点。我去弄点吃的好了。这我懒得改。 其实我在跑物流的途中就在想着要去弄点东西。
Need something fixed? We guarantee that your Ingenium will be good as new. Of course, if it's Outworlder technology, it'll depend on the world. I'd appreciate it if you could state the reason for your visit today.
Mr. Xiao, I'm Mingxi, the secretary of the Merchant Guild. We're here to talk about...
Forget it. I support the IPC.
Can you tell us why?
Please leave.
I don't recall. Let's leave for now.
Wait, please wait a moment. Sounded like my father was being a little difficult. I'm Xiaohan. People around here call me Little Master. If I'm not mistaken, you're the ones who made Representative Scott apologize in public. You stood up for Aram Alley with reason and integrity. I'm thankful to you. May I ask why you wanted to speak with my father?
We need the support of the merchants for the dock. And we wanted to see if your father could join us.
Hadn't my father already refused?
We heard that Mr. Xiao proposed to reorganize the Merchant Guild, and we wanted to ask why.
I see. I'll help you figure something out.
Great! Your father is a very tough nut to crack.
Lena.
The older generation of craftsmen can be rather set in their ways. Here, how about this? Why not join my father's shop as apprentices? My father is stern on the surface, but if he sees a capable apprentice and a sincere heart, he'll change his attitude. A sincere heart always has the power to impress people. So, it's decided? Let's get moving then. Father, my friends from the Merchant Guild want to be your apprentices. I'll go ahead and show them the ropes.
你爸也不瞎，你看知道是刚刚来的人吧？
Nonsense. I never said I needed more hands. Even if I did want to hire more people, I couldn't afford them. You know that better than I do.
I can cover their salaries. Come on, it'd be rude to turn them away.
Don't be ridiculous. A green hand like her won't be able to fix a thing. Plus, if she breaks our customer items in the process, it'll be us taking the blame.
If that's what you're worried about, just give them a little training. That sounds like a yes to me. Let's get on with the job, shall we? Here's something from one of our regulars. Show them what you can do.
Not bad. No.
He's hard to impress. I'll find you some more work.
What did I do to deserve this?
Just a reminder, Father. Fair work for fair pay. Over here. See what you can do with this jade abacus. Don't just stand there, Father. Go teach your apprentice a thing or two.
Fine, I give in. I know why you're here, just... Please stop tinkering with my customers' items. It's fine, just leave it as it is. Ask what you wanted to ask. Yes, he's an old friend. I see a lot of potential in the corporation's plan. But a certain old friend of mine lives in the past. Whatever vision he has, it won't come true. Issue? It's less about issues and more about stubbornness. Stubbornness is intrinsic to long-life species. We walk a single path, do the same things, and talk to the same people for centuries. The mind can become insensitive to change. However, compared to the president, my stubbornness is nothing. Back in his day, our O'Malley was teeming with shuttling star skiffs and commercial arumatons. But then the Lawfu departed again on the path of the hunt. Our business partners couldn't follow, so they stopped trading with us. The president does. He wants to bring the old times back. Shop owners like me know that's impossible. Therefore, I stand behind the IPC's plan. Our O'Malley will inevitably be replaced.
But is your shop part of the future that the IPC promised?
Hard to say. Chances are I'll have to sell it. Not the easiest decision to make, but I won't regret it. The good days are behind us. We must accept that short-life species will repurpose our lands and that night markets are destined to become shipping docks. We must come to terms with the fact that short-life ambitions will reshape a world where things were thought to last.
Mr. Xiao, why not try working with us? Ming-Si is pushing for reforms within the guild. We are nothing like the president.
Reforms?
They made a lot of good points when arguing with the IPC at the dock. I do see possibilities for the guild to change.
Given the state of the guild, my money is on the IPC winning. But since I've accepted the worst-case scenario, our O'Malley ceasing to exist, I can't see why it hurts to endorse your idea.
Thank you. Now that you have joined our revival project, I'm sure many others will follow suit.
That's settled then. I'm curious to see what comes of your plan.
Now that Mr. Xiao is on board, his shop can be part of the logistics network we've been working on.
OK， 继续。
I'll head back to the dock for now. Thanks for all the hard work, by the way. Hope things work out just as smoothly down the line.
门客变多了，这些为什么西眼先生的脸书放在这？我把小少爷拉进来了，大家好。你怎么也在这？玉空大人说下了，你知道我是最关心金人巷不幸。本期是末位淘汰制。我觉得列车组最大的打算可能是把帕姆推向全世界吧。为什么你要背着？我的心能恢复如初吗？可能我不会谜语。你甚至连看有一眼都没有，我不擅长闲聊。
Regardless of the IPC's wishes, positive changes need to be made to Arum Alley. The Merchant Guild's funds are not exactly overflowing right now. We need to work harder.
对常客为难，希望有人来救。谁被常客为难？我看看。哦，懂啊。对常客为难，常客，居然是你。哦，东西好了。 他想起来自己会。我这边想到上课，虽然是我们熟悉的人，非常熟悉。来，看看你有什么问题。病假证明，精确大老爷。你之前不是给我开过病假证明的，千万不能途中放弃呀！不会露馅的毛病，你这是染病，绝不会露馅。染病能填病假证明，我也想填，但是你懂的。小天老板好像希望我们帮助。我大概知道是什么事情。反驳他需要证据。银河通用病历表。但银河中的杂症者就早就超越他可以处理的范围了。琼玉牌棋谱，小天有玩离婚琼玉牌，看来是这样解释。病假证明备份，虚构的秘密，经济合作邀请函。经济合作邀请函，把所有人都发了。上一份的病历，咽病，咽病确实是我从诗集里面编出来的病。怀疑我的专业程度，这次考验我的资格。这边编一个病历是不行的。哦，你跟是牌友，这不是我开病假给他的理由。不明白的交给我吧。我都放弃幻想认真上班，但今时不同，我有必须翘班的理由。所以捕者自知大太夫大人生气，后果很严重，大笔一挥就直接把工作量全部加到我们头上。3个月完成。我认为这不是你的问题。我也认为自己不应该为别人的事物买单。加油，加点油，添把劲，办法总会有的。他只是个监工，又不会下场的烂活，但便利表是万能的。然后在做用功。干嘛？我拿听力证明假扮的核对病假的捕者，这样就来对自己办。我完美无缺就不要，如果站不住脚，那你还是打消这个念头。这是你平时说话的语气吗？我可能只是请假专用语。那我们简化一下吧。我们先从第一句开始。不是自证是什么证？ 这是上一次用的评价证。龙蛋底他竟然是这么敬业的人吗？你得问问进去。连线我，让我连线，我现在就要连线。
Regardless of the IPC's wishes, positive... The Merchant Guild's funds are not exactly overflowing right now. We need to work harder.
你这样放真的没问题了。 海阿姨。对，是真的。我认为捏物不太能作为食物。中餐。我最爱的短裙。
Leave it to you know nothing of the survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
You impede your end approaches.
I'll see you off.
Lance at the ready.
You chose the
放生帮能帮这能放生这个吗？他们不是把自己给彻底放生了吧？糖醋鸡月华饭大碗，肉桂香盖饭，豉油蒸鸡不要香菜，紫鱼扣肉1份。啊，刚才那个肉扣肉比较好了，改成脆皮仔猪仔连骨汤百草饮中杯。大碗的月华，对，就是这个。 再来是豆豉，食油的不要香菜，这就是这个东北的苦黑烧饮。
Regardless of the IPC's wishes, people are grumbling about Psy Cranes making our jobs obsolete. Who knows? By the time you swing by next time, I might have been replaced.
不然想办法在天上飞呗。为什么会有后三个？又来。
I have something to tell you. We achieved our revenue goal for this quarter. This is all thanks to you two. Not to mention the merchants of Arum Alley. The Merchant Guild promises that we will use the money where it is meant to be spent. Note the funds will be used for the overall repair and upgrade of the dock.
嗯，请出示你的证件。
Leave it to me.
哦，天哪，太蠢了！我们打过的兵骑士可多了。
I'm on guard. I'm okay.
后来站在门口的。真自谋的劳动合约。
Dumplings and steamed buns.
新来的测试员。你的导航有问题吧？出巷口左转就是。这边是左边。谢谢，我这就过去。你走去哪里？你光顾着自己背都不想想我。自己是候选人，得绕回去。这个迷路法也是蛮有创的啊！有完没完又要开始。偷懒是谁？好机场呀！老是湖州角自己的电舞，还真的是蛮贴心。不然这个要走可能要花好长。长听。别八卦了，该回去工作了。干活我明才刚刚完，你这什么意思？我还是放假啊？之前有一个神秘兮兮的人托我，拜托你别再重复这个态度，直接说后续就好了。哦，我是轮班啊，前不久运了好久，出来逛逛也不行吗？别冤枉好鸟，全部带走。全部抓起来！ 我是觉得你好看。好了，今天就差不多开到这了。主要是差不多换日了，所以明天就差不多可以跑通。把这边的物流跑完。拜拜。